It's such a pleasure to be here amongst all of you. Thank you, TAL organization, for inviting us to this talk. I'd like to talk about what we do very briefly. We'll start with 3 stories, each different from the other, and with a little bit of drama thrown into it.
నాకేం నచ్చలేదు, నాకు బాగాలేదు, నాకు ఆపరేషన్ వద్దు, హాస్పిటల్ ఏం బాగాలేదు, డాక్టర్ కూడా బాగాలేదు, నాకు వద్దు.
అలాగే అమ్మ ఒకసారి వచ్చినప్పుడు స్కూల్కి వెళ్ళాలని ఉందా?
వెళ్ళాలి.
ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఆడుకోవాలని ఉందా?
ఆడుకోవాలి. ఒక్కటేసారి ఆపరేషన్ లో ఆపరేషన్.
సరే ఓకే ఉందా?
ఓకే మంచిగా అయిపోయాను. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఆడుకోగలుగుతున్నాను, నడవగలుగుతున్నాను, స్కూల్కి కూడా వెళ్తాను. That's the story of a Little Riding Hood who overcame all her fears and never stopped walking or growing. All it took was a supportive family and a compassionate team to treat her deformity.
కదమ్మా, చెప్పిన మాట విను.
కాదమ్మా, అందరూ ఏడిపిస్తున్నారు, నా నాలుక బాగాలేదు, నువ్వు బాగాలేదు, అన్ని నత్తి మాటలు వస్తున్నాయి అనేసి. ఒక్కసారి వెళ్దామమ్మా, చూద్దాం. నాకు ఆపరేషన్ చేసుకోవాలని ఉంది, నాకు మంచిగా అవ్వాలని ఉంది.
నువ్వు ఇలాగే బాగుంటావు. నీకు నేను ఉన్నాను. అట్లీస్ట్ నువ్వు చెప్పిన మాటలు నాకు అర్థం అవుతున్నాయి, వింటున్నాను. ఊరికాని ఊర్లో వెళ్ళి వాళ్ళు ఏమైనా చేసి నాలుగు కట్ చేసి ఈ మాటలు కూడా రాకపోతే
ఏం కాదమ్మా, కనీసం మంచిగా అయితే ఉంటాను కదా, కనీసం పెళ్లి అవుతుంది. ఒకసారి వెళ్దాం. నువ్వు వస్తావా? నన్ను ఒకదాన్నే వెళ్ళిపోమంటావు? నేనైతే వెళ్తానమ్మా.
సరే, నీ గురించి ఒక ప్రయత్నం. ఎంత బాగా జరిగింది అమ్మాయి. ఎప్పుడు పెళ్లి సంబంధాలు వచ్చాయి, అంత బాగా జరిగింది.
This young lady has made her own fairy tale by showing courage and diligence to fight the social norms and stigma. And we could do as a team was encourage, support and treat her.
చూడటానికి తీసుకెళ్ళామండి. ఎవరు తనకి ట్రీట్మెంట్ అవుతుంది అని చెప్పట్లేదండి. చాలా బెంగగా ఉందండి. ఏమైనా ఉంటే చెప్పండి.
వరి కాకండి, ఎందుకు వరి? ఆకార్ ఆశా అనేసి ఒక హాస్పిటల్ ఉంది, అక్కడ అన్ని ఫ్రీ సర్జరీస్ అవుతాయి. ఏమి టెన్షన్ అవ్వకండి. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి ఒకసారి కన్సల్ట్ చేయండి డాక్టర్ ని. అంత మంచి జరుగుతుంది. మీ అబ్బాయి కూడా నయమయ్యే ఛాన్సెస్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి అక్కడ. ఒకసారి వెళ్ళి కలవండి డాక్టర్ గారిని.
అక్కడ వెళ్తే జరుగుతుందండి మా అబ్బాయికి?
జరుగుతుందండి. ఒక పాజిటివ్ హోప్ పెట్టుకోండి.
బాగా అయ్యారు. తను పనులు తనే చేసుకుంటూ, తను ఎప్పటి నుంచో ఇష్టమైన డ్రాయింగ్స్ చేసుకుంటాం కానీ, బండి నడుపుతాం కానీ అన్ని చేసుకోగలుగుతున్నారు.
Giving hope to hopeless situations, giving ability to disability is exactly what we do. Where everyone's capacity ends, our compassion begins. This is not all. We have many more stories to be told and many more fairy tales to be made.
So this is a sanitized version of Archimedes, the man who messed up all the startups with his Eureka. Nothing starts with Eureka. Eureka is a culmination of a lot of experiences. So, like this one experience during a super cyclone in 99, when we took a team and the islands were all washed up. There was only one person surviving. And this is what greeted us as we went down. And there were 2 people and a carcass of a cow. And that's where you feel in death, we are all equal. And that's where it stems. And then, of course, in 2001, this tedious 18-hour train journey and this book, Chicken Soup for the Soul, was a heady combo, which led us to start a trust. And we've done our own hospital over time. We started in 2001. In 2013, we started our own purpose-specific hospital. So you can see the main thing that drives us is purpose, not sustainability of this or that. Those are small things actually. Over 23 years, if I have learned one thing, that is purpose. Stick to it, everything else will fall in place. And the next driver is patience. Third is participatory leadership. You can see so many volunteers, employees, they all pitch in their own way. So there's no one person. It's a participatory leadership that we believe in strongly. And we reach out. We don't wait for people to come to us. We reach out. And that's been a journey again. We started going to the district headquarters, doing camps. Today, it's all changed. I believe very strongly, our whole team believes in the same thing, that we have to go to the villages and identify people there. And that's what step we have taken. Most of the time, it's just one intervention, and you can give a lifetime of ability to a person. I think that's most important and the drive home message. We interact with an array of people involved in the care of physically disabled persons. And there you can see, we have a very expert microsurgeon with us. We have another teacher. She's a hand therapist from US. So a lot of people converge in one place and try to deliver the kind of service we require. So during COVID, when it was very cloudy, we looked at getting into that, and we provided 100 ICU patients care during that brief period of time. Without using remdesivir, we had, out of 100 people, only 4 had to be referred out. The rest survived just by using international protocols. So from January 2021, we changed tack and became a completely free hospital. We do not have a billing desk, and that has been the most wonderful thing that to have happened, because after that, the entire focus has been on patient care, and patient care. There's no bill to be thought of. In fact, the donations come in at, I would say, providential. A lot of people disagree in my team, but I feel, it just happens. You just got to keep working. It happens. The major factor for patients is fear. They're afraid. Bhayam. So they're afraid of what? Bills, of course. And they're also afraid of an alien environment. What will happen to me? Will I die? So it's our duty to give them that confidence and that relieve them of anxiety. So what are those things we did? We made the place free of charge. Then we put in a dormitory in the hospital and a canteen which takes care of the attendance of the patients, which is the most important thing. And then we have a play area for children, not only in the lobby, but also in the operation theater. You'll see examples of that. And lastly, we have a helpline where anyone can reach out and call the helpline. The number will follow. So over to...
The revamping led to our quest for truth. We wanted to know how many of the general population had a deformity in some form or the other. We wanted to find out what percentage of the population, for whatever reason, birth, burn, or accident, had a deformity. Now, whether it was correctable or not, we could gauge only on further examination. To get to the true figures, we realized we had to go to the people. Conducting a medical camp is really nice, very good, but there are only those people who come to the camps who know that there is an issue and they want it corrected. But there are a lot many people who know there is an issue but hide it for any reason. Could be maybe it's expensive, or maybe they think it may not be correctable, or they have some kind of a social stigma. So we decided to conduct a door-to-door survey covering 3 districts and 4 mandals. Our teams literally went knocking door to door. They spoke to the people, they took pictures, and on completion of this whole medical camp, or screening camp rather, under the guidance of Dr. Swain, when we analyzed our results, we were shocked to see a whooping 13.8% of the population surveyed had deformities in some form or the other. Now, this is a number which is much more than even diabetes. Diabetes is something for which you need to take a medicine like for life. But this is something which can be corrected with a surgery, maximum 2 surgeries, but you're sorted for life and good to lead a healthy life. This number we should all be worried about, and we should all take steps for correcting it, bringing awareness and helping in correcting it.
When these underprivileged children finally come to the hospital for reconstructive surgery, we receive them with an endearing smile. The spacious, pleasant outpatient areas with a play area beckons them into a comforting zone. This marks the beginning of their life-changing journey. Though a charitable hospital, there is absolutely no compromise on the quality of care. Trained, qualified staff, clean inpatient wards, and comfortable dormitories for the attenders ensure that quality care is delivered. Healthy and freshly prepared in-house customized meals aid in faster recovery and make them feel at home, especially when the patients have a prolonged stay in the hospital requiring multiple surgeries. Operation theatres are modern and have a state-of-art equipment needed for the surgical procedures, on par with the best of hospitals. We adhere to NABH standards for all patient care processes and protocols. But does all this quality care ensure a smooth surgical experience, especially for the children who tend to be so anxious? The medical team of doctors, anesthesiologists, and nurses strive to make the experience less stressful and more compassionate by allowing the parents into the operating room till the child is calm and sedated. A play area within the operation theatre complex is a simple and unique step in this direction. This diversion in play helps allay the anxiety of the child as well as the parent. Pictures are a testimony to these happy children.
The difference that we are able to make is obvious, but is this enough? No. We aim to reach the last person with treatable physical deformity in the state of Telangana. Where are we headed? We aim to treat about 1,800 people this financial year and about 2,500 people in the next financial year. And how do we identify the patients for this life-changing transformation? It's through a full-fledged outreach program which consists of 2 components. One is the door-to-door survey and identification, and the other one is the regular screening camps. We are also upgrading our hospital to an institute of academic excellence by starting a D&D program, wherein the young doctors will be trained in the plastic and reconstructive surgery.
Thank you for your patient hearing.